is start on our backs, but have a block close to you where you can grab it easily. And then you can take any reclined posture. So whether that be your feet planted, knees together, or feet together, knees apart, or legs just long out in front of you, just find somewhere comfortable for yourself. Place your hands on your belly and close your eyes for a moment. With your hands on your belly, start to notice the rising and falling of your hands with your breath. Start to check in with yourself. Notice where you're feeling tight, where you might like to focus a little bit more attention. And then start to deepen your breath. Finding longer inhales through the nose. And open mouth exhales. Deep breath in, feel your belly stretch and rise. As you exhale, become a little bit heavier, a little bit softer. Rock your head side to side. And then bring your head back to stillness. Now, if they're not there already, bend your knees and plant your feet wide to the edges of your mat. And start to rock your knees side to side slowly. Perfect. Draw your knees back together and then find your block. Once you have your block, stack your knees over your hips, bring your ankles in line with your knees so you have a 90-degree bend, and then take your block and squeeze it between your thighs. Flex your feet. And then take your arms out to a T, press your palms down onto the wood floor. Tuck your tailbone, so take away that little space from between your lower back and the floor. Take an inhale where you are. As you exhale, take your knees over to the right side of you. Get them as close as you can to the floor without them actually touching. So find a little hovering point and pause. Enjoy the twist. Now, without swinging or using momentum, inhale, drag your knees back over your hips using your core muscles. And then exhale, knees fall over to the left. Find your hovering point as close as you can get to the floor without touching. And hold. Inhale, drag the knees back up over the hips. Notice if your feet drop towards your booty, bring them back up in line with the knees. Exhale over to the right again. Pause. Inhale, knees come back over the hips. And exhale, take them over to the left and pause. Inhale, drag your knees back up over your hips. Exhale, reach down, grab the block, and place it off to the side. Then take your hands onto your kneecaps. Let your legs go heavy and loose so that you're just kind of holding on to your legs and holding them up with your hands. And then circle your knees in the same direction so that you're using the weight of them to massage your lower back. And then go the other way. Draw your knees back to center, and now take your hands behind your thighs. Start to rock up and down the length of your spine until you can come up to a comfortable seat, either with your ankles crossed or just one placed in front of the other. Make sure you're able to relax your knees towards the ground, and then take your right fingertips right behind your lower back on the mat. So you're nice and light on that hand. Inhale, reach your left arm high. Look up at your hand and take a few wrist circles in each direction. Come to stillness, and on your next breath in, open up your chest a little bit more towards the ceiling. Exhale, seated twist to the right. Left hand to the outside of the right thigh. Stay seated nice and tall through the crown of your head. Soften into your right elbow to take your shoulder further away from your face. Now stay for an inhale, maybe sit up a little taller. And then as you exhale, twist a little bit deeper. Release and switch it out. So now left fingertips by your low back on the mat. Inhale, reach the right arm high. Take your wrist circles in each direction. Inhale, open up the chest, lift the gaze. Exhale, seated twist to the left now. Right hand to the outside of the left thigh. Stay nice and long through the back of your neck. Now stay for an inhale, sit up taller. And exhale, twist. Release and face forward again. Now you can roll over your ankles or kick your feet to one side of you, but we're gonna make our way to tabletop pose. Either way. Stack your hips over your knees, shoulders right over the wrists. Spread your fingers out nice and wide and then claw into your fingertips. Inhale, cow pose, drop your belly, lift your gaze, really flare your rib cage towards the mat so you feel the front of the abdominal stretching. And then exhale, cat pose, push and round through your upper back, keeping the shoulders right over the wrists. Inhale, cow pose, drop your belly, lift your gaze. And exhale, cat pose, push and round. One more time through. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Now inhale back to your neutral spine. Kick your right foot towards your booty. And then send it off to the right side of your mat. Shift weight into your right hand. And find a modified side plank to the left. So extend your left leg towards the back of your mat. Stack your shoulders. Reach your left arm high. Now, without moving anything else, let's just circle the top arm a few times in each direction, going as big as you can with your circles so that you feel full range of motion here. Perfect. Reach your left arm high again. Take a big breath in. Exhale, cross your left arm under your torso, palm faces the ceiling. Inhale, stack the shoulders, reach the left arm high again. Exhale, cross under the torso, palm faces the ceiling. One more time. Inhale, stack the shoulders, reach the left arm high. And exhale, reach under the torso, palm faces the ceiling. Inhale, stack the shoulders, reach your left arm high. Exhale, thread the needle pose. So first, take your left knee back to the mat. And then thread the left arm underneath the right arm. Come to your left cheek. Gently press into the pedicure side of your feet. Keep the hips stacked right over the knees. And then option to reach your right arm forward. Or take your right hand to your lower back. Take one more inhale where you are. And then as you exhale, slowly, gently make your way back to your tabletop pose. Realign. We'll do the exact same thing on the other side. So first, kick your left foot towards your booty and then off to the left. Come to your modified side plank. So weight into the left hand. Right leg extends to the back of your mat. Reach your right arm high. Tuck your tailbone, so make your body more flat. Perfect. And then again, keeping the shoulders stacked, let's circle the top arm a few times in each direction. Really feeling every part of our shoulder, nice and slow. Inhale, reach the right arm high, open up the chest. Exhale, cross the right arm under the torso, palm faces the ceiling. Inhale, stack the shoulders, reach the right arm high again. Exhale, reach under the torso, palm faces the ceiling. One more time. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, cross under. Now inhale, reach up. Exhale, thread the needle pose. Take your right knee back to the mat first, then thread the right arm under the left. Keep the shins parallel, hips over the knees. Find whatever arm variation you found on the opposite side just to even things out. One more breath here. As you exhale, slowly press yourself back up to your tabletop pose. And then make your way to child's pose. So widen your knees, bring your big toes together. Shift your hips back towards your heels. Rest your forehead on the mat. Close your eyes again. Notice how you might be feeling now compared to when you first stepped onto your mat. Rock your forehead side to side. Come back to stillness. Take a breath in where you are. As you exhale, slide your elbows back under your shoulders so that you're basically in half Sphinx and half child's pose. You're kind of propping yourself up on your forearms. Exactly. Now, if you need to come up higher in order to do this, that's also fine. But what we're just going to do is shift weight to the left and then extend your right leg out towards the side wall. Flex your toes forward, so towards me. And then once you extend your legs, see if you can slide it a little closer to the right side of the room. Now start to turn your toes up to face the ceiling. See how that changes the stretch. I got you. On your next exhale, slowly shift your weight back over to the left and tuck your right foot back underneath you. We'll do the same thing on the other side. So weight shifts to the right and then extend your left leg out towards the side while first inner edge of the foot is connected with the floor, toes flex forward. And just see if you can slide your left foot a little closer to the left side of the room as you relax into the posture. And then turn your toes up towards the ceiling. We'll take one more round of breath here, and then as you exhale, slowly shift weight back over to the right so you can tuck your left foot back underneath you. Just walk your hands in towards you now and take a seat on your heels. So bring your knees a little closer together. Sit up tall, sit on a block if you need to. Take your hands onto your thighs and roll your shoulders up and back a few times. I'm just gonna face you so that you can see what I'm doing. And then take a few head and neck circles. Go the other way. Bring your head back up to center. Inhale, sweep your arms up nice and tall. Exhale, bend your right elbow to take your right hand to your upper back, and then take your left hand to your elbow. Tuck your tailbone, knit the ribs in and down, and then find your tricep stretch by gently pulling on your elbow. Now, if you want to go a little further, you can find a little side stretch to the left, keeping the chest open. Slowly come back up to center. Inhale, reach your arms nice and tall. Exhale, bend the left elbow, left hand to the upper back, right hand to the elbow. Sit up tall first. Tuck the ribs and then little tricep stretch. Maybe a side stretch to the right. Slowly come back up to center. Release your arms and just circle your wrists a few times in each direction. Now for maybe one or both of you, you might need your blocks. Eventually you can try this without your blocks, but you might want to have them by your hands where you can use them if you need to. So what we're just going to do is shift weight to the left, keeping your hips as far back as possible. You're going to extend your right leg out in front of you and take a hamstring stretch. So fold forward, frame your leg, with your hands, exactly. Flex your toes back at you. And just lengthen forward as much as you can without rounding through the spine. You can wiggle a little. When you're ready, sit all the way back up and then just tuck your right foot back underneath you. Now we'll shift weight over to the right and extend your left leg out in front of you and then fold. Inhale to sit up. And exhale, tuck your left foot back underneath you. Plant your palms right beside your knees and then walk forward back to your tabletop pose. If you feel like you need to, you can tap out the tops of the feet a bit. And then inhale, curl your toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog, lift the hips. You can find any kind of movement here that just helps you to bring some blood flow into the ankles, calves, hamstrings. And then start to find stillness. Press your chest towards your thighs, lift your hips a bit higher. Take a breath here. Open mouth, exhale. Now inhale, reach your right leg high. Exhale, step between your hands. Maybe grab your ankle, help your foot forward. And then lower down to the left knee and tuck the left toes. Take one hand to your right thigh and then the other. Face your toes forward. Adjust your stance if you feel wobbly. And then when you feel stable, Inhale, low crescent pose. Sweep your arms up overhead, nice and tall. Exhale, grab your left wrist. Take a side stretch to the right, still pressing your hips forward and down. Inhale, low crescent pose. Come back to center, reach tall. Exhale, open twist to the right. Left arm reaches forward, right arm reaches back, or right hand can come to the lower back if that helps you twist a little deeper. Bring your knee back over your ankle, come forward, forward. Inhale, low crescent pose, sweep the arms back up overhead. Exhale, take your hands down to the inside of your foot. Come onto your fingertips. Walk your hands forward just a smidge. Take a breath in as you lift up nice and tall through your chest. Exhale, modified half split. So keep your hands on the inside of your leg. Just straighten your knee, flex your toes, send your hips slightly back. You can always use your blocks if you need to. Now, since the hands are staying on the inside of the leg, your hips may want to turn off to the left. Instead, pull the left hip forward, right hip back. Keep flexing your toes back at your face, lengthening your chest forward. You can always grab your blocks if you need to. Just find a little height here. Now point and flex your front foot a few times. Inhale next time you flex. Exhale, bend your knee, come forward, settle in lizard pose for a few breaths. Now before we move further, gaze over your left shoulder and double check that your leg and foot are in line with your hip. Then take your gaze forward again and stack your shoulders over your wrists. All we're going to do is press into the top of the left foot to bring the knee about an inch or two away from the mat. Now inhale, softly connect your knee back with the mat. And then exhale, press into your foot, lift the knee. Inhale down and exhale up. Perfect. Draw the knee back down. And then if you have blocks, you can place them off to the side. Inhale, curl your back toes under. Squeeze up off your back knee. Push into your hands. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot meets the left. Pedal your heels, your knees, whatever you need to do. And then find stillness. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, step between your hands. Lower to the right knee, untuck the right toes. And then one hand to your left thigh and then the other. Again, you can adjust your stance as needed. Make yourself feel stable, and then when you're ready, inhale, sweep the arms up, low crescent pose. Exhale, grab the right wrist. Take a side stretch to the left as you send your hips forward and down. Inhale, low crescent pose, sweep the arms back up. Exhale, open twist, right arm reaches forward, left arm reaches back, or left hand to the lower back. Shift your knee back over your ankle if you came back. Inhale, low crescent pose, sweep the arms back up. Exhale, hands to the inside of your foot, come to the fingertips, walk them forward. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, modified half split. Straighten your left knee. Send your hips back. Lengthen your chest forward. And again, notice if your hips are starting to twist off to the right this time. Pull the right hip forward, left hip back, toes draw back towards your face. Point and flex your front foot. Inhale, next time you flex. Exhale, re-bend your left knee, come forward, come into your lizard pose, whatever version that was on the opposite side. Now again, just gaze over your right shoulder and just double check that your leg and foot are in line with your hip. And then take your gaze forward again and just press into the top of your foot until your knee comes away from the mat. Inhale, bring the knee down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, down. Exhale, lift. Slowly bring your knee back down. You can place your blocks off to the side again. Inhale, curl your back toes under. Squeeze up off your back knee, push into your hands, and then step the left foot back to meet the right. Downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward, and then exhale, slowly drop it down to your knees. Scooch more towards the back of your mat. Make sure that your shins stay parallel, toes stay pointed back, but we're gonna take either modified or full puppy pose. So for modified puppy pose, walk your hands forward, bring your forehead to the mat. For full puppy pose, chest and chin to the mat. But either way, keep the hips right over the knees. Reach your fingertips forward. Breathe. One more inhale here. As you exhale, slide forward onto your belly like a snake and then press yourself up into Sphinx pose. So shoulders stack right over the elbows, forearms parallel, and tuck the toes. And just press down into your arms, tuck your chin back. Without moving your body, gaze over your right shoulder. And over your left shoulder. Gaze over your right shoulder again. And this time we'll take half frog on the right side. So you're going to place a 90-degree bend in your right knee. Bring your thigh about perpendicular to the mat. Ankle is directly behind the knee. Foot is flexed. And then just take your gaze forward again. Relax your hips towards the mat. Now, if you want to just stay here, that's great. But if you would like to find some movement, you can start to pulse the right foot up just by internally rotating your thighs so the ankle stays directly behind the knee. Nice. Do a couple more. And then bring your right foot down. Now press into your right palm until you're able to straighten out your right elbow. Shift all your weight into your right hand. Lift the left arm. Thread it underneath the right arm and grab for the outside of your thigh. Then inhale, open up the right arm out to a T, supine twist. Do your best to bring your right shoulder to the mat, but if it doesn't quite reach, that's okay. Take one more breath here. As you exhale, slowly roll back to your belly. Press yourself back up to your forearms. And then slide the right leg back to meet the left. Realign in your Sphinx pose. Then gaze over your left shoulder. Kick your left leg out towards the sidewall. Remember, 90-degree bend in the knee. Foot flexed. Stay here for a moment. Just allow your hips to adjust. And then if you want to, you can start to pulse your left foot up and down. Just make sure that your foot stays directly behind your knee. It's not kicking in towards the booty or out towards the sidewall. It can be a really small movement. Couple more. And then bring your foot back down. This time we're going to press into the left palm, straighten out the left elbow. Thread the right arm under the left arm, grab for the outside of the thigh. And then inhale, open the left arm out to a T, supine twist. Take one more breath here. And then as you exhale, roll back to your belly, press yourself up, and then slide the left leg back to meet the right. And then gently draw your chin down to the mat. Take your arms out to a T, palms on the wood floor. Bend your left knee and roll to your right side. If you'd like, you can take your left hand to your lower back. Inhale, gently roll back to your belly. Take your left arm back out to a T if it moved. This time we'll bend the right knee and roll to the left side. And just take whatever arm variation you found on the opposite side. On an inhale, gently roll back to your belly. Turn to one cheek and take your arms alongside your torso, palms face the ceiling. And then just bend your knees and swish your feet. Take your feet back down to the mat, and then bring your chin back to center. So we're just gonna do a few rounds of swimmers because they're just so good for our posture. So what you're gonna do first is press into the tops of the feet and hover your head just about an inch or two away from the floor. Very important to keep your gaze straight down so that the back of the neck stays long. Then you're gonna reach your right arm forward, reach your left arm back. After you reach as hard as you can, switch it out and reach. Switch it out and reach. Nice and slow. Switch it out and reach. Keep pressing down into the tops of the feet. Use the strength of your lower back to keep your head hovered. Let's do 3 more. 2 more. And 1 more. Perfect. Come to the opposite cheek. Take your arms back alongside your torso, and then again, bend your knees and swish your feet. Take your feet back down. Bring your chin back to center and slide your palms underneath your shoulders. Gently press yourself up to a tabletop pose. Feel free to find some wiggles or cat-cows, whatever you feel like you need here to reset. And then when you're ready, tuck your toes and meet me in your downward facing dog. Take a nice long breath here. And let it out. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, find a figure 4 stretch in your down dog. So bend your right knee. Cross your right ankle over the left thigh. And then bend your left knee and press your chest towards your thighs. Flex your right foot. Draw your right knee away from you towards the back wall. Inhale, release, 3-legged dog. Exhale, reverse the figure 4. So bend your right knee and cross your ankle behind your thigh now. Look forward. Very slowly begin to lower down to your left knee. Untuck your left toes. Now start to walk your hands back towards you and sandwich your ankle between your calf and your thigh. Shift as much weight onto your ankle as you can so that your ankle bone is digging into your calf muscle. It will feel uncomfortable if you're doing it right. If you need blocks under your hands, you can grab them, but essentially we're just going to give ourselves a little myofascial release. You can slide your ankle to a different spot if you want. Explore it. Yeah, exactly. We'll spend a couple more breaths wherever you are if you want to try one more different spot on your calf. Slowly start to walk your hands forward until you're able to tuck your left toes back under, and then just press yourself back to your downward facing dog. Pedal your heels, notice the difference in your calves. We'll do the same thing on the other side. So first, inhale your left leg high. Exhale, first find your figure 4. So cross your left ankle over your right thigh, bend your right knee, press your chest towards your thighs. Then let it go. Inhale, 3-legged. Exhale, reverse it. Cross your ankle behind your leg. Look forward, very gently drop down to your right knee. Untuck your right toes. And walk your hands back. Again, just bring as much weight as you can onto your calf. It is normal if it feels icky.
I know what to do if I get a Charlie horse, though.
Oh, definitely. This would be it. That happened to me the other day. That never happens to me.
Must be low in some mineral then.
Probably. Slide your leg to a different spot, or your foot rather. Woo!
You do feel different in the calf.
Oh, definitely. Oh, yeah.
Back into down dog.
Totally. If you've been like walking all day, this is a good one.
Yeah. circulation.
I'm sure. So we'll slowly walk the hands forward until you can curl your right toes back under and then carefully press it back to your downward facing dog. Oh, that feels nice. Inhale your right leg high again. Exhale, half pigeon on the right. Bend your right knee, take it out towards the right side of your mat. Slide the left leg down and back. And then either stay here or fold. Up to you. But maybe as you sit here in your half pigeon, as you breathe into the pose, see if you can slide your left leg back a little more, or bring your hips just a teensy bit closer to the mat, even just a millimeter. Now slowly press back up to your palms. We're gonna shift our weight over to the right and then just bend your left knee until it meets your foot so that your legs are kind of in a pinwheel shape. Yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna show you this hip mobility drill that I really like. Because you've probably never done it before, you might need your blocks, you might need to use your hands. So just keep that in mind. I'm not gonna use my hands, but use your hands as much as you need, just so that you can get the movement down. So the trick is for this movement that your legs need to stay in this general shape. You might instinctually want to shift your feet around, but just keep them there, and we're just shifting our weight. So all we're gonna do is shift our weight onto our knees, pop up, and push the hips forward. Then with control, you're gonna slowly bring the hips back down, and then we're gonna turn our knees up towards the ceiling and then towards the back wall. So legs are in the same shape, we're just facing the other direction. You pop up onto the knees, push the hips forward.
So popping up under the knees or put up.
Use your blocks. Yeah, put them under your hands. Yeah. Oh, you got it. And then we bring, yeah, you got it. Look at you.
You might need a thicker mat, because my knees are heavy. I had to put a double mat. Now what do we do?
You slowly come back down exactly how you were. We're gonna turn the knees up so your feet plant, and then pivot to the front, or I guess you guys go towards the back, exactly. And then you just push the hips forward. You got it. Perfect. Hips slowly come back down. That's normal. Yeah, so let's do one more time. So knees turn up, and then towards the other side. Pop up, push the hips forward.
This is actually a very good exercise that we should be doing at home.
That's true.
The older you get, I learned from my dad, you can't get up off the floor.
I know. We talked about that last time, yeah.
Yeah.
And then pop up.
It's easier than to get up off the floor.
You guys got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then Catherine had us get up this way.
That's tough. I can't do that.
I don't think I can do it again, but I did it once.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Now before we do our pigeon on the,
I'm doing it.
oh wow, look at you. That takes a lot of ankle mobility.
The key is having your feet out like that.
Oh yeah, okay, so sit on your tush and take your legs out in front of you. Take your feet nice and wide and then bring your hands behind you and then just windshield wiper your knees a few times. Perfect. Then when you're ready, swing your feet over to one side, come to tabletop pose. Now you may be able to come to pigeon or half pigeon from your tabletop. You might need to come to down dog first, whatever works for you, but we will find half pigeon on the left now. Yeah, I don't know if I have the ankle mobility to get up the way that you did.
You can do it. If my old ass can do it, I know you can do it.
I mean, I'll try, but
You know what was keeping me was my belly. I had to open my legs up so that I've never had a belly.
no, I understand though.
Got one now, though. That's what you get when you marry an Italian.
You're okay. So we're gonna slowly press back up to our palms. Now this time we're just gonna shift our weight over to the left and then pivot to the right so that you're facing, so you're horizontal on your mat essentially. If you wanna face me, you can. But what we're gonna do is a seated wide-legged fold. So what I like to do is come horizontal and put my butt on the wood floor so that my heels have the padding of the mat. That's why I had you turn.
Yeah,
If you need to sit on a towel or a blanket to lift the hips a bit, that's fine. But what I like to do first, once your heels are kicked out to the side, take your hands behind you on the floor, push into your hands until your hips are hovering about a ½ inch off the mat. Find cow pose, push your ribs forward, tilt your pelvis, and then bring your hips back down. Maintaining that cow shape, exactly. Then with your feet flexed and active, maybe you can take your hands in front of you on the floor. If not, you can keep your hands behind you. You can also take a block underneath your hands. If you want to stay still, fine if this is very intense for you. But one thing that I sometimes like to do either with a towel or a block is keeping my back flat, take my hands to the towel or the block and practice pushing it forward and pulling it back. Exactly.
the problem with me, my hips go out of socket.
Do they? Oh, you got to be careful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's happened all my life.
Wow.
Well, didn't until I broke my pelvis
Oh my gosh.
when I was 16.
Wow.
From that point on, they go out of socket and it hurts.
Yeah, you got to be careful of that. Does it ever get stuck?
Not so much, no. But if it starts hurting and pops out, I need to stop whatever I
Yeah.
do to get it back in.
For sure.
Get it back in way. So, yeah, I just do a little maneuver with my leg.
She's got it down. All right, sit up. Go ahead and turn to face the front of your mat. And then one more time, plant your feet wide and just do windshield wipers with your knees very slowly. And then scooch down, come onto your back. Once you are on your back, let's find a nice long body stretch. Kick your heels forward, reach your arms up. Take a nice deep breath in and out. Inhale, bring your knees to your chest. Exhale, reach through your legs, catch the pinky toe edges of your feet, find your happy baby. Legs nice and wide. Find some gentle rocks. Release your feet and plant them down on the mat by your hips. Then just hover your right foot about an inch away from where it is on the mat. And then thread your right foot underneath your left leg. Then release your entire right leg down towards the mat. And then just let it go. Yep, but keep your left foot planted. Replant your right foot, and then just hover your left foot, thread it under the right leg, and let it all relax towards the mat. Unthread your foot, and then just begin to make your way into your final resting pose. Expand long on your mat. Maybe take your arms by your side, or place something over your eyes if you have it. Find stillness. Allow your body to fully soften. Unclench your jaw, the back of your neck, your shoulders. And just allow yourself the next couple of minutes to fully absorb your practice. And I'll call you out when it's time. Take a deep breath in. And let it out. You're welcome to stay here longer if you'd like. There's no rush to leave the space. But if you're ready to begin moving on with your Monday, start to bring awareness back to your body. Wiggle your fingers, your toes. Rock your head side to side. When you're ready, take your arms up overhead and come into a full body stretch. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, bend your knees, roll to one side in a fetal pose, using your arm as a pillow. Allow yourself a moment here to fully absorb your practice. Notice any and all the differences you feel compared to when you first stepped into the room. And then with your eyes heavy or closed, gently press to a comfortable seat. Sit up tall. Bring your hands to heart center. Bow your head down at your heart and thank yourself for making it to class, for allowing yourself this time, this space just for you, and then thank your body for being strong enough to carry you through this practice. Lift your head and bring your thumbs to third eye center, the space between your eyebrows. The light, the teacher, the student in me honors and loves the light, the student, the teacher, and all of you. Thank you so much.